No Buda Baker out there today, just his 9th career game missed. Burrow, pocket collapsing, floats it short. The tight end Tanner Hudson on the run with a first down. Joseph in motion, play action. Quick toss, it's Drew Sample. Tight end, up the sideline. Good gain on first down. He picks up 8.
The best wide receiver combo, and then you talk about that trio with Yoshivach. They're going to find out how good they are this afternoon.
On 3rd and 10, there's Jamar Chase. He ripped it away from contact. Will Johnson had a hand in there on it. And Tinsley in motion. The other side, it goes to Chase. Steps through a tackle at the 10. Spins at the 5. Chase diving for the goal line. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 13 hard-earned yards, pick up 6 for the Bengals.
Right, you talked about that gold medal speed in the open field when he gets away from people. Watch this, to the sideline, breaks the tackle there. Spin move back to the inside on Darren Hall right there, and then the reach, knowing where that goal line is. It's just, both of these teams have struggled to tackle this year, and you've got to be able to.
Brissett on 3rd down, a little too tall for Wilson.
So when this offense is feeling it, boy, I just don't know how you slow them down.
On 2nd down, check it down. Samaje Perine up the sideline, and Perine dancing his way right near the first down yardage at the 31.
What your future is going to hold. Hey, I'm going to shut it down this year to make sure that I'm okay. Not T. Higgins. He's out there with his guys. Loves to play ball.
Nice cutback. Chase Brown fights his way out near midfield, down at the Bengals' 49-yard line with a pickup of 13.
Run with a lighter box.
2nd down and 10. Burrow to the sideline. Josivach is there. That's a first down. Burrow. Pocket collapsing, throws to the sideline. There's Josivach again, weaves his way near the 10-yard line. Down at the 11, it's another first down, picks up 12 in front of Samaje Perine. And on 1st and goal, it is Perine, a little jump cut, and he's in for a Cincinnati touchdown.
Well, it's not easy to pull on the goal line, because you can get some penetration. He does a really good job of being able to get around the corner, but not only that, but get the block on Cody Simon as well. A couple of things down there by that Arizona front. I'm going to give up some leverage and some yardage, and then on that one right there, that was a little bit too easy.
Extra point is no good. Evan McPherson missing his first extra point. On 1st down, Brissett off play action, sets up the screen to McBride. First touch for Trey McBride, and it results in a Cardinal first down as he fights his way out near the 45-yard line. And as a result of the penalty, it's 2nd down and 3 at the 38. Brissett, clean pocket. Wilson is open, and Michael Wilson up the sidelines. Inside the 10, fighting his way down the sidelines. He is in for an Arizona touchdown. Walking the tightrope for 6 from 38 yards out.
When he watches this on film, watch 14 come out of this group right here on the out route. Number one, how is he so open? We got 2 guys running downfield, so a broken coverage. And then this is not good defense at all.
Geno Stone trying to knock him out of bounds.
Wrap him up, drive him out of bounds.
They're looking at this. Did he step out on that edge? Hard to tell on that angle. The officials worked in tandem. I watched him do it. The official at the goal line looked back at his teammate. The teammate gave the thumbs up. It's been confirmed, a touchdown. Really good work. 3rd down and 7. 4-man rush. Burrow steps up. Pressure comes down. He goes. It's Calais Campbell, the ageless wonder. 6.5 sacks this season.
Where the body just hasn't had an opportunity to heal before the next game.
3rd down and long. Brissett under pressure. Over the middle, incomplete for Imari DiMercato. The coverage from the rookie Barrett Carter. Doing a nice job of punting, Pro Bowl level punting to pin the Bengals at the 2. Mike Gesicki gets him out of the hole. Very efficient first half for Joe Burrow. Handoff on 1st down, and Brown out near the 25-yard line. 2nd and 3. And it's Brown on the edge, makes a man miss. Brown weaves across the 40 and down near the 43-yard line. So just short of the first down. It's 3rd down and 1. Burrow jumps it over the middle. Catch secured. First down secured.
He's more the run stuffing type guy. Hold your gap, let the other guys get it done. But they're getting some good pressure inside right now.
Here's Brown on the screen on 3rd and long. Brown slides inside the 40. Remember, he missed his first extra point earlier. Good snap and hold. McPherson's kick tracking down the middle, plenty long, and it is good. Brissett looking for Harrison, first target today, and Dax Hill. So the 3rd 3 and out of 4 Cardinal drives, and this one a low line drive punt takes a good Cardinal bounce and picked up at the 20-yard line. Looking for a little running room and finding it is Keyshawn Williams down the sidelines across the Arizona 40, and the Bengals are set up late in this second quarter.
And getting or Aaron Brewer to get him to turn back inside.
On first down, Chase Brown. Hole on the left side. First down and more. Brown breaking tackles inside the 15 and down near the 11. Denzel Burke went for a ride the last 4 yards. 2nd and 7. Burrow to the air to Chase to the end zone for the touchdown. His 2nd of the day. And the Bengals extend the lead from 8 yards out.
Just watch how he plays them right here. He's heavy outside. He's got no help on the inside. Adrian Taylor-Demerson went to the inside receiver all the way down inside, but you saw Darren Hall play for Arizona. He went on IR this week. He became one of the 42 guys for this team. But that's the one area I'm seeing here, just not a lot of area to run. Last week against Atlanta, there were opportunities for Michael Carter.
And now DeMercado on 3rd and long, dropped at the 30-yard line. Take a knee and be content to go to the locker room up 23-7. That's what Joe Burrow does. The knee is taken, and a very strong first half. 3rd and 10 at the 32. Brissett, lots of time. In trouble now, and down he goes. Miles Murphy, 5.5 sacks on the season. 3rd down. Burrow looking for Higgins on the sideline. He's open and he drops it in beautifully. In Arizona territory and out of bounds at the 42. 3rd and 2. Samaje Perine back out there for Cincinnati. Burrow, quick toss. Higgins with the catch.
Just the amount of time we spent together and trained together in the offseason.
They set up the screen for Chase with blockers in front, and Chase with a first down for Cincinnati.
Joe Burrow being one.
On first down, Chase Brown to the goal line, dives across for a Cincinnati touchdown.
Just a little jump cut when he gets to the line of scrimmage. You'll see Chase Brown coming straight ahead. There goes your fillers, and now you bounce out to the outside. He brings Akeem Davis-Gaither and Cody Simon right into the gaps, and then that little jump cut. The way they've started off this second half here against the Bengals.
Here's Brissett on 3rd and 9, floats it incomplete. There is a flag down at the 18-yard line.
Guys, they absolutely loved it.
I mean, who wouldn't love a fossil? It came up first in the quarterback show, and Joe Burrow at the time said, well, who's not thinking about fossils all the time? And really, Daryl and I probably would be two of the people that aren't thinking about them all the time. But time machine, I mean, you're running out of options. 3rd and 6. They bring extra pressure. It's picked up. Burrow steps up. Throwing on the run. Open on the sideline. It's Mike Gesicki with a first down. First down and 10. Cody Ford, the offensive lineman, is split out to the bottom of your screen. Burrow looking that direction. It's Ford. Big man on the run. Rumbling down the sidelines and inside the 5. Brown and Perine, a more traditional backfield. And it's Brown. And this time, Brown is in. His 2nd rushing touchdown, a bit delayed. But 6 more on the board. And the Bengals, with 1:38 to go in the 3rd, lead it 36-7.
I'm bummed that he didn't get it, but at least it didn't go Lucas Patrick. I thought they were going to put Lucas Patrick in and put him in the flat. And now you got 61 getting it all the way down there and 62 capping it off.
inside move.
6 defensive backs. Bengals rush 4. Brissett finds McBride. McBride steps to a tackle. That's a first down for Arizona.
We need to get these two guys locked down, and that's what they've done today.
4th and 5. Brissett with time, surveys the field, and he finds Weaver. Xavier Weaver down to the 32 of Cincinnati. Ever by a Cardinal tight end breaking his own record. And DeMercado with a first down to the 21-yard line. Bengals showing pressure on 4th down. Here it comes. Brissett in trouble. Ball deflected in the air. McBride leaping for it. He makes the catch, but he's short of the first down. Those two play next week, those two teams. 3rd and 5. Flacco flushed. Look at Flacco on the run, diving forward. It's a first down. The ball comes out, but he is down by contact. And Joe Flacco with a first down. Short toss, Taj Brooks with blockers, and Brooks picks up nearly 10.
For his entire career during our meetings when we get a chance to visit with him, it'd be great for him to hold that record.
Good catch. Yotsivash turns upfield and gets the first down. Will Johnson gambled.
And that's where the R's are, but also, the key decision makers in that process. Is this team still playing hard? Is there a passion for this game?
3rd down and 4. Brissett. There's Wilson with the catch. Wilson still fighting out across the 25. Here's Carter on 3rd and 6. Turns upfield. Good run. And a first down for the Arizona back. That catch. And it's 3rd down. Brissett over the middle to DeMercado. And DeMercado puts them within 2 of converting the first down.
About Emmitt Smith, and does anybody have the ability to break that NFL all-time rushing record?
Here's Wilson on the run. That's a first down. Sidles past a couple of Bengals and is down to the 26-yard line. Joe Burrow's injury really derailing the hopes of the Bengals during the course of the season. Brissett under pressure again, steps away, throws for McBride in the end zone, and it's an Arizona touchdown. Jacoby Brissett able to keep it alive and find Trey McBride from 18 yards out for 6.
Yeah, just watched it get tangled up kind of on the release right here. Really working hard against Tyson Anderson and just continues to go. What a great throw. The anticipation by Jacoby Brissett with the location of that throw.
Hopefully everybody enjoys a happy and safe New Year's Eve this week and is back with us for the final week of the regular season next week on Fox. Zach Taylor's team with an impressive win today. And, of course, it leads you to thoughts of what might have been in Cincinnati this year. But the Bengals hoping to build on this going into next season with a 37-14 win over the Arizona Cardinals.